Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know we have K9-17 Izuna from Justice Hunters. What a card. What a card. Right now, there's a lot going on. We just had YCS Vancouver last weekend. Yummies took over. People finding ways to play around this card. You need to understand, yes, there's a winning deck. Yes, it might eventually become even the most represented deck. Yummies, we understand. But at the same time, I just look at a card like this, and the card is just good, guys. It has great effects, and what really matters is the life cycle. Things change fast in Yu-Gi-Oh! From YCS to the next YCS to the next YCS, the community, the competitive scene morphing, people playing tech cards, people changing decks, people switching over, and then all of a sudden, we can find ourselves in a time, in a day, where like everyone needs this card. Just wanted to highlight it, guys. There's been a lot of flash sales going on for this card. People buying this card in the low 30s recently. So as we can see, the card was 38 bones as always. And you do see here, chart-wise, we're at a new all-time low. At a new all-time low, if we go to the monthly, is more clear. We can see we're entering what looks like some type of falling knife mode, right? It's curving off a cliff right here, right? To 35s, which is mid-30s. We always said this card, mid-30s, was the play, guys, honestly. We always said mid-30s was the play for this card at the very least. Sometimes we can overshoot by a couple of billies or two or undershoot for a couple billies or two. But right now, as you can see here, the card is around 35 bucks for shipping, 81 listings. If you do see here, though, there's been a couple sales, guys, in the 33s. You can see low 30s right here, 33 bones, 32 82s. So again, there's been people actually purchasing this card at around 32, 33 bucks, which is not bad. We always said 35s, seemed like a perfect floor price. But if you could get, which is already close enough to the value that I'm gonna give now, but if you could get this card for $100 flat, a playset, that was always the best optimal play. It doesn't mean it can't go to 30s, to 29s, into the 20s. Anything is possible. But this card is a competitive card. Most people that play it need it at 3s. There's always going to be rogue decks trying to implement, even if it's a mini, K9 package into their decks. Kind of like, what Fenrir has meant for the community for the last couple years, guys. Essentially, where people sometimes play triple Fenrir and they just slide it in as a mini package into their decks. K9 Izuna is one of those cards alongside with the one Lupus that a lot of decks can just slap in any deck. This card is splashable in any deck essentially, as 4 slots, and it's a free rank 5. A free rank 5, so again, just want to keep in mind as it is providing these deals. And as you can see, these are just one-ups. The RO9s, the big walls of China are still above $37 in the mid to high 30s. And of course, these walls can continue competing with each other and the price can't go down, where the walls are at 35s, maybe in the low to mid 30s. But again, excuse me, guys, this card, even if it gets a new influx of supply, you do see the consistent volume, just people wanting to get access to the card. So just wanted to keep you guys informed about the latest moves with Izuna. Just trying to find a floor price here. The supply is coming in. So if you need the card, a hundy is like that goal. If you need it in the short term, let me know what you guys think. We have Rahu Dracotail. This card, every time we look at the CR, it just keeps going up and up and up in price. Last time we discussed this card, it was in the 70s. And now, look at that. You have a couple one-ofs. The next playset is at 86 bones. And then after that is essentially going to be a triple digi card. 19 listings only. This card has gone parabolic. It has never looked back. It's at all-time highs, price discovery mode. And as you can see here, again, max rarity is either this or the super. And this card is moving fast. It could easily be a triple digi card. Why? Not just because of the rarity. People need 3-ofs, but Dracotail, in essence, in the meta, has become more than what people thought. It has become more than what people thought. People thought, and again, if you look at YCS Vancouver, it's just a 500 player event. So, obviously the biggest representation was going to be K9 VS and, Yummies. But hey, if Yummies become more favorable, then this deck could have a better matchup against Yummies rather than K9 VS. And then you can see more people going, towards playing this deck. The meta is always morphing, always. Even though it feels like it's solved or people already know what to do, what to play, it's always morphing that new kid, you know, with the new tech, and it does this and that and the third, and all of a sudden Dracotails are everywhere. Possibilities there. So again, this is the max rarity version of this card. Right now is in the low to mid 80s. And I wouldn't be surprised to wake up one day, see it up 20 bones towards 100 is the CR. There's a lot of demand for this card, played at 3s. And again, life cycle is very important. I'm always mentioning that in these videos because life cycle is not like, oh, what is happening just now? Is what happens to this card a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. You feel me? Like a couple months down the road, after, you know, into YCS Anaheim and then YCS Pittsburgh, and then, you know, there's big massive Yu-Gi-Oh events. Those players that will be attending those, they want their max rarity version. No one wants to be like me playing a scrubby super rare. You feel me? Back at table 1000 at YCS Anaheim. Shit. Yo, yeah, but this card, it continues going up in price, as you can see. And most people, whoever has this, wants this card, they need a play set. No one's gonna play like 2 supers and 1 CR, or 2 CRs and 1 super, or you feel like if they have to is because of need. But everyone, if they want this card, is gonna be the full play set, guys. So definitely keep it in mind. And then we have Vanquish Soul Hollie Sue. We talked about this card earlier in the week. You know, a couple days ago when we said the card was crashing, it went from 25 to 20s, and now, I mean, even though it's late in the week, I'm like, yo, these latest moves, I need to cover it with you guys because it's insane. The most heavily represented deck at YCS Vancouver and recently across locals, across regionals, has been Vanquish Soul K9. Those are the facts. Oh, you know, the deck is hard to play and it bricks and this and that and the third. It is what it is. You know, of course, matchups matter, but right now, this is the most represented deck that has the best matchup against most decks. You know, sure, oh, Yummy has a great matchup against Vanquish. Oh, there's going to be individual matchups. But overall, this is the most represented deck for a reason. Excuse me, guys. As you can see, and price don't care. Price don't care. Look at that. All-time lows, falling knife mode. Last time we discussed this card, it was 20 bucks. Cracking into the 19s, and right now starting to see the cracks, man. Look at that. Is that 16 and some change, maybe 17s with shipping? But as you can see, people have been buying these in the lower to mid-teens. I'm sorry, mid-teens, like 15, 16, 17 bucks. You know, right now, I mean, you don't see an actual sale here at 15 bucks, but let's see. Scrolling through these. So look, very recently, $17 has been the low, $16.99 right here. Which again, from 20 bucks to 17, that's what? That's like a 30% dump. I'm bad at math. So again, people, oh, it's just down $2-3 bucks. Yeah, percentage wise, it's considerable, guys. And you know, you still have the walls. Again, right now, it looks like there's just a couple one-ofs and the walls are still at 19s. But this is the beginning. Once you start seeing sales into the 17s, 18s, you know, just the crack. These are what I call the cracks. You know, you get the little rebound, these get bought up, people come in, they're, oh, it's still 20 bucks. Yeah, but you're starting to see the crack. When people are willing and able to sell at a lower price, it means that they just want to get rid of it. It means that after YCS Vancouver, someone playing VSK9 might be like, you know what, man, I'm going to switch over to Yummy. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to switch over to Dracotail. Or I'm going to do this. I'm tired of playing these bricks, man. Tired of playing this X, Y, and Z. Hey. And you see the sell pressure coming in, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this $19.21 wall right here go down to 15s at this rate. Who knows? It might get a rebound. You never know, right? But just based on this falling knife mode, there's no floor in price as of yet. You know, no consolidation. So, man, I'd be taking I let those two sales sell and take my 60 bones and live to fight another day. Recycle that into, you know, that purchasing power into just something else instead of this card. Guys, link in the description down below. You want to make sure you fast track each and every single card that we're talking about today. If you want to purchase any of these, you can do so at your convenience right here. A couple of clicks, you're already there, guys. So don't miss out. And literally, you guys, if you're watching right now, who knows if and when you're watching, you know, you only got 10 hours left. You know, later tonight, a winner will be selected for this Exodia plush, the Dank Ritual playmat, and the Billy Bob sleeves. You don't want to miss out. Last chance, literally, to participate in our Discord giveaway, celebrating our 10K giveaway. And then after this, we will be hosting our final giveaway towards 10K very, very soon. So again, you want to make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, like the video as we head towards 10Ks, all thanks to you guys. And then we have our X giveaway as well. If you want to follow over there, we will be selecting this giveaway very, very soon, probably after this. So probably next week, early next week, we'll be selecting, this giveaway. So your chance is dwindling, man, right? Hey, them winners, they feel great. If you're selected, you're like, thank you, I participated, I'm getting this prize. You feel me? You just never know if it's going to be you. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you come over here and follow. Links in the description down below at your convenience to participate in our free channel giveaways to celebrate that upcoming 10K. Guys, we have Starlight Rare reveals. I'm like, man, every time I see these cards, I'm like, it's not that, like, why is this a Starlight Rare? Topologic Bomber Dragon? Like who's making these choices, man? Just add it in the common right here. 24 commons, just put it as a common. Like, it already has the OG secret, even an ultra, I think. So like, it already has holographics. Like, that card had no business being a Jay, but I play Malice and I'm playing this version, the one with Bomber Dragon, and I'm happy for my Starlight. Sure, Billy. Damn, these wasted slots. Oh, I'm telling, like, Starlight Rays should be special. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? It should give you that feeling like, wow, I pulled the Starlight, man, of a staple. You know, not some random top, man. Damn. Now, Chaos Dragon Levian, yeah, I mean, it's not seen play. It's a great card, a great art. It's a Chaos card, so I'm biased. Really love Chaos cards. I like this card. The card is still broken. It's a dragon. It's like, it's more acceptable. But still, man, where's the juice? Where's what we really need? Where's the Chaos Angels, the Fenrir's, the Unicorns, man? Where's the Imsetis? The Lubellions, man? I can't. Every day, I go down the same road, just wishing to see the cards that we really need, man. No fillers. We need what we need first, and then the fillers, man. They better end it with a bang, man. The closer we get to these damn 10s, they better end it with a bang. Let me know what you guys think. Again, so we already discussed a couple cards, earlier here from Justice Hunters and from Duelist Advance as well. So we're going to be covering these sets here, just giving you guys a fresh update heading towards the latter part of this week now. And happy Friday, man. Happy Friday to each and every one of you guys. Some people get paid. Some people look forward to the weekend. Thank you for being here. Just feeding that addiction with my content. So again, let's go into Phi Mena. Dracotail Phi Mena down, what is that, 40%? 35% from the highs. As we can see here, card reached 20-piece McNuggies from Mickey D's, and now it's down about 30-something% right here. So, I mean, yikes. This card, when it first came out, it was 7s. We said I'd be waiting for 5s, and I'm still waiting. Oh man, that just goes to show we never claim to be perfect here. But again, a billy or two difference, you feel me? People were probably picking it up then. You guys are smart. But yeah, the whole point is 16 bones right here, as we can see. And yeah, I mean, again, 15s would be ideal at this point, right? But no, wait, if you need this card, you come in with your $50 in person. That'd be the best, man. 50 flat right there. You get access to the card. That's what I'd be doing right now. Just a 50 piece. If you have someone, if they're getting rid of 50 piece, that's what you want. $50 for your playset at this stage and age, better than paying 60s as it was recently. So, it might continue retracing down again to 15s. Who knows? Maybe even into the low teens. But for now, 15s would seem like a floor price. And if you really need the card, again, just take your $50, maybe $55 post tax. Just do as you must, get exposure, visit the deck that now you want to play if you're switching over, or via trade, just pick it up. $50 value, not bad. Of course, bad compared to a couple weeks ago. I'm paying a premium in that sense, but recently it's just off the $20 highs. So do as you must for Dracotail Phi Mena. We have Dracotail Mululu. This one has crashed down hard. This card was a 15 piece. Now it's crashing down to 9s here, even in the 8s at 890s. With the mini wall right here. So good. Back down to single digits. You come in, you take advantage of this. You take advantage of this. You damn, I missed out at this and that and the third. I mean, this card recently was 650s. So right now it's 890s. It's up two bones, you know, $2.5. You're like, you know what, man? Thankfully, it's not 15s anymore. Let me come in. This set has been out what already like 3 weeks? It's crazy how time flies by. So no better time to buy this card after seeing the V-shaped recovery, and now attempting to potentially towards double bottoming. I mean, ideally 750s would be nice, you know, but again, if you like really need it, or you start now, you're like, you know what, man, it was 15s. Let me buy one now and see what it does. If it goes up to 10, maybe I'll buy the second one and then just play it by ear from there. If it's at 890s, it goes down into the 750s, then you pick up your second one, play it by ear, or just pick up 2 more at 750s and live with the results. So again, that would be the approach. Amalulu is a deck that is seen playing. Again, not everything is defined just by a YCS. Sure, that's the pinnacle of Yu-Gi-Oh! Essentially. Most people's championships, not many people go to Worlds. So, you know, the top tier events for them, for most people in the community, the competitive scene, it is YCS. So of course, they're going to guide prices, they're going to guide demand, the people switching over decks. Oh my God, Yummy won this, that, and the third. But at the regional level, and even at the local level, a lot of people are playing Dracotail. A lot of people are playing the deck. A lot of people really like it. So you take advantage of these flash crashes from 15 to 8s, and you do what must be done. Then we have Dracotail Lucaeus. This one was 680s, went up to 14s, and actually has been holding up stronger than, you know, Malulu, as you can see here. It's 1075s, then quickly goes to 1150s, and then 12s and beyond. So you need the card. I mean, it's still retracing. 10s would be ideal. Maybe in person, $25 a playset. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? Not bad. Not bad. You know, 65 listings right here. So not bad at all if you really need the card. It's down a couple of billies. And yeah, so again, with all these Dracotail Ultras, people are going to come in. They're going to be needing the deck core for the most part. So you take advantage of these retracements. You look at these prices like a hawk to see if they continue going down a tad bit more. Then we have Cupsy Yummy. Again, just going into the Yummy cards here real quick. Just this card, as you can see, the deck actually won YCS Vancouver. It rebounded from 850s to like 1213s, and right now it's still a $12 card, guys. So again, and then quickly you do have a wall of China at 1194, but after that, then the next walls are almost pushing 13. So you know, you see this little curvature here. You know, if you go to the monthly, you can see this little was 1430s and now retracing down to 12s. So not a crazy move, guys. But again, if you need it, this thing could just be curving into the next leg up, guys. So don't let this be 15 pluses on you. If you need the card, no better time still to build Yummy, man. Still, the deck is quote unquote cheap, you know, compared to past meta relevant, deck cores in past formats. And yeah, so pick your choosing, man. We just went through Dracotails. We have Cupsy Yummy here. So again, this is representative of most Yummy cards. The other ones are $8-9, guys. Like even Snatchy, Cookie Yummy, Lollipop Yummy, they're around $8-9. Not a bad time to build this deck. You know, long term, we'll see how it pans out. Yes, guys, Striker Mecha, Hornet Drones. Again, this CR, I mean, it's starting to consolidate here. As we can see, wow, volume even going down a lot. So lack of interest. This is what you want to see. 49 listings. You have the Wall of China 1868s. So I mean, ideally 15 bones would be like the perfect price. Like 50, I wouldn't want to pay more than $50 for a playset of this card. Of course, I think this card is at 1, if I'm not mistaken, but there's going to be Sky Striker players. Let me get my playset. Let me put it in my binder. You never know if it comes off the list. You never know this. You never know that. The whole point, especially if it's just a one-off, buying under 20s, I think it's great. Long term, this CR should have aged very, very well. It's a Sky Striker card. But ideally, 15s would be like that perfect price. You know, if you're in person, yo, can you crack me a deal, man? 15 bones would be like perfect, right? But right now it's 1868s. Volume is dwindling as we consolidate in price. So, you know, like we always say, at the very least, especially on the monthly, give yourself a shot by waiting for consolidation. Here we are with the Wall of China. You know, so definitely keep this CR from Justice Hunters in mind. Then moving on to Duelist Advance. Duelist Advance is a set that most people forgot about. We did talk about Hollie Sue very, very recently. Again, a lot of people like, oh, Duelist Advance is trash. Boxes are what? What are boxes right now? I'm actually curious now. What are boxes? Yo, 38 bones still? That's crazy. Let's take a look, a peek real quick. So yeah, Duelist Advance. Okay, still $39, just hovering here. You know, not bad at all if you feel like cracking some packs open. But, you know, especially, you know, Kaiba the Legend going up recently, there is a couple great cards in here in the sense that I think some will age very, very well as well. You know, starting off with Art Mage Academic Arcane Arts Acropolis. At this point, we talk about this card at least once a week. Why? Because we said this card was going to be single digits. Single digits. I mean, and essentially, we're starting to see the cracks. Yeah, we're shipping is like 10 and some change, but look, there's people starting already to buy this card at single digits. Literally, guys. Literally. So, over 100 listings, it's a lot for a secret rare, guys. Everyone that's pulling this is selling this. And look at that. You have playsets here at around 10s, essentially. The walls are at 11s. And I think this card, single digits. This was the call. This was the call for this card as we realized that the card was, you know, starting to crash back down. Once we broke this low at 18 bones, we expected single digits. Yep, that V-shaped recovery low, once it was broken, we expected single digits, and we're here essentially now, you know, at around 10 bucks. And again, it's crazy. If you can get this for 25s in person for a playset, it is great. Because I love cards like these, like we always say, even if it, you know, it gets future support and it's not good, no one cares. Speculation and hype alone will push this card's price back up, most likely as a core set secret rare at some point down the line. So you want to be buying now when there's lack of interest, or picking it up via trade. You know, if you find a Billy Bob, they're like, is that for trade? Yeah, man. You pick it up. You pick it up, you eat $10 trade value, and you're good. You're good. Try and pick up your playset. From now moving forward, we try to pick up this card. Me, when I go to the Philly Regional, you know, when is it? Like 3 weeks or something like that. Yeah, it's like 3 weeks from now, give or take. You know, I'll be looking for this. Trade value. Yo, you got the Art Mage Field spell? Yeah. $30 trade value. Let me get that place. Put it in the investment binder, forget about it. Wait for the second wave, and then we eat. The game is that easy, man. It is that easy with core set secret rares that everyone forgot about now. No one's talking about Art Mage Academic Arcane Arts Acropolis. No one. And you're starting to see that we're trying to find, you know, somewhat of a low right here. So we'll see if this is the low around 10, 11 bucks. Just keep it in mind. I'm always talking about this card every week because it's just a great deal, especially every time we come is at a lower price. You know, not by a lot, but it's lower, maybe 50 cents here, $1 there. So again, that means that you can start averaging in, you know, and be like, you know what, I'm gonna pick my first copy now. You know, if I see 9s, 8s, I'm gonna pick up my second copy, and then just play it by ear. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? I mean, in this case, I should be like play it by eyes. You know what I mean? Basically, as you see the price fluctuating, and then you do as you must. We have Gorgon of Xylophonia. This card from Duelist Advance. Again, if I don't know who needs this card right now, but if you need it on the 3-month, we're consolidating beautifully. This card, you have one at 550s. It's really a $6 card. You see the walls here, so over 100 listings as well. The thing with a card like this, no one's using it now. It sucks. Why is it here? You know, it's super cheap. I think Konami reprints cards, again, with a reason. Cards like core set secret rares, I think they have a reason. It's not like we haven't seen other core set secret rares be trash in the past. But when we have a Link 3 like this with these specific zones and the effects, I think they reprint it for a reason. I'm sorry, they print a card like this for a reason. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, next year, early next year, you know, Q1, Q2, we see, you know, a deck that comes out where like zones matter and, you know, and things of that nature. Just something to keep in mind. It's all speculation. Who knows? Maybe it never happens, but what if it does? You're buying a $5 core set secret rare? Not bad. At the very least, to own your personal copy, you know, 5s is ideal. It does quickly bump up to 6s, but 5s is the play. 5s is the play for this core set secret rare right here. I really like this card from Duelist Advance that no one's talking about right now. That's what I love. Cards that there's lack of interest, volume-wise, price-wise, and we're consolidating. Easy. Lack of interest, blood in the streets at all-time lows. No one cares about this card right now. You're like, shh, quietly you come in here. At the very least, get your copy. At the very least, get your copy of this Link monster. We have Nerva, the Power Patron of Creation. Love it. Same deal. Beautiful consolidation. As we can see, back-to-back cards with consolidation at around $1. Beautiful. There's no reason for you to not own this card. $3 gets you a playset. Take $3, slide a playset in a binder, forget about it. Forget about it. Once the support comes around the corner, this $1 card could be 2s, up 3x, up 5x. We've seen it happen time and time again. It doesn't have to happen, but if it does, you want to have your exposure. That's it. You keep it simple. You get exposure, you get a playset at $1, and you live to fight another day. It's just a bone, a billy, a bean, a buck, $1 times 3, $3, and you live to fight another day. A core set secret rare that no one is looking at right now. And that's good. You come in at a bone. Hey, it's all about the risk to reward ratio. How low is it going to go from here? From maybe 90 cents, 80. Okay, you buy more. You buy a second playset if that happens. But what is the reward ratio that this card could 2, 3, 5x on you? We can. We've seen it happen time and time again. Don't sleep on Nerva. Great secret rare from Duelist Advance. Great penny stomp. That's the whole point. Penny stomp. From shekels to multiple billies. That's what we're here for, man. The game is that easy. We have Sky Striker Ace 0 from Duelist Advance. This card recently was what? 13 bones, went up to 20s, crashed down to 13s, and here we are. This card is broken, man. I think this card ages well from the set because there's not a lot of perceived value in the set, so I think this will be one of those cards. Sky Strikers always get hype. The card is actually broken. It's insane, man. Every time I face this card, it's a headache. Card is really good. I mean, in my humble opinion, just based on the multitude of effects that it has. And yeah, I mean, after a couple 1-ofs and R06 at 14s, it does try and go towards, 14, mid 14s right there, towards $15 eventually. So, it's just trying to double bottom here, guys, honestly. So if you need this card, not bad to get exposure in the low to mid teams right here before potentially it revisits those $20 highs in the future as it gets harder and harder to get. You have Sky Striker Special Maneuver, Lemnis Gate. Again, this ultra rare, wow, just flattening out, literally flattening out at 2 bones and some change. Great time to get exposure right now as a core set ultra rare. It's a Sky Striker card. There's a lot of hype with the the episodes and coming out and this and that and the third. $2, great. $2.50, like just great to start getting exposure at 250s for this card right now as it consolidates here, just going sideways. Beautiful sideways action on the 3-month chart. Like, no better time to buy these cards. Been out over a month. Most people forgot about these. They're moving on, to Doom of Dimensions and currently focus on Justice Hunters. And that's, hey, when they forget, we remember. Make sure you get exposure to an ultra rare like this. We've seen it happen time and time again where Sky Striker ultra rares, they're cheap and then they get hard to get, and then they're $5, $7.50s, maybe even double digits one day. Don't sleep on an opportunity like this. We have Secretarian Dragon. Again, this card still holding 8 bones strong. So again, we talked about this was one of our latest and greatest calls here on the channel when we were telling people to pick this card up at sub $3 that you look like a superhero, literally. And I was picking these up at, I said 3s as a maximum, but it was like 250s, 2s, a buck and some change, a couple copies. I still have all my copies on me. Card just came out. It's not going to get reprinted anytime soon. Of course, it could go back down to 750s, even lower. Then anything is possible. But the demand, people need this card. But that's what we were saying over a month ago. People are going to need it. Super Poly, Target against Dracotail, if I'm not mistaken. But mostly is Dracotail players needing this. People switching over. Oh my God, Dracotail is better than we thought. And a lot of people, it's not even about the top tier Yu-Gi-Oh events. Like we said, a lot of people playing locally, regionally, playing Dracotails. They like the deck. They like fusion summoning, and they use it with branded, and they combine it with this deck and with this other deck core and with that. A lot of demand. This card just continues its uptrend here. As we can see, higher highs and higher lows right now. And it seems we're consolidating into the previous high right here, which was in the 830s, before having a potential third leg up into the double-digit mark, which is what I've been waiting for. 32 listings here. You still have, the mini walls here and there. But then the card reaches 9s. And I'm just waiting for double digits, literally, man. Just letting it marinate right there. Hopefully, again, in 2-3 in a couple weeks, when we hit Philly, this is double digits. Guys, who needs Secretarian Dragon? I got you. $10. Trade value. Let's get it. And we were buying these at less than 3s. You know, just taking the 3, 4X off the table, living to fight another day. And then I'll just keep a play set. Like, just in case it goes to 15 to 20, something crazy happens, you never know. But at that stage and age, that play set is more than free 99. The game is truly that easy. Hopefully you guys listen back then and got your copies. Because look, we wake up one day and the card is worth what it's worth. Right now it's worth $8.39. Pretty soon it's going to be worth 9 bones for a card that was worth what it's worth. A couple weeks, a month ago, it was worth $2.50. Just, it was what it was. You got exposure early, you get rewarded. Because the game is that easy. It's that easy, man. It is. We see it time and time and time again. Crazy to make these calls. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I take credit for it, but you got access to the crystal ball. Crystal ball don't play. It don't play. This crystal ball right here, shh, that's what it does for a living, man. Making these calls. Hopefully you guys are eating good off this card, because I'm going to be eating straight. I'm going to go get me a steak. Sorry, it's just... Yo, Jay's going on a steak dinner, man. Yo, where's wifey, man? Yo, shout out to wifey, man. I know this is random. She just popped up in my brain. Wifey holding it down, man. Wifey's clutch. Yo, we bringing wifey on the channel. 10K live stream. Shit. Damn, wifey, hey, wifey hold it down, man. My bad, man. I just went on a mini rant here. Just lost focus. I know you're here for the brown, man, but wifey on the live stream. You imagine wifey? Wifey content creating? She, man. Nah. Wifey got her own. Hey, women, man. You know, hey. And hopefully you guys are smiling, man. Shout out to wifey, man. Straight MVP. And you guys, if you have a wife, a girlfriend, you know, shout out to them. And if you don't, you know, hey. You know, the hardest thing I've ever done in life is being married. But listen to this. The hardest thing can also be the best thing in life. Keep that in mind. Sleep on that, boys. Guys, Primite Dragon Nether Berzelius from Duelist Advanced. What a beautiful penny stock. What a beautiful penny stock. It shouldn't get reprinted technically until next year's tins. 2026 tins, as we can see here. Same deal. As you can see, most of the cards of Duelist Advanced that you guys see here have the same chart setup. The same chart setup right here. Same chart setup. They're all consolidating into oblivion. Lack of interest, low volume, and a lot of people, it's for a reason. They might say it's for a reason, Jay, low volume. No one cares. You know, who cares about Berzelius? Card is trash, not doing anything. Primites are not doing anything. But keep in mind, people are getting loads in the tins. Please keep in mind, people are going to be cracking them tins open, even though it probably have a terrible pull rate. They're going to still be cracking and getting loads, prismatic secret rare loads. I believe people are going to want to come back and get the other Primite pieces. So don't be surprised if you see this ultra rare that right now has massive walls of China where essentially is $1 becomes 2 to 3s. It's possible. It doesn't have to happen, but great risk to reward ratio. Having a fundamental event like the tins, reprinting the most expensive Primite card, making it accessible and readily available now to the more available to the masses. I still think, again, pull rates are going to be bad. We understand, but there's going to be more loads out there regardless, right? That's going to create probably a curiosity. Yo, what else do I need, man? I want to get the Primite package now. You know, load is getting a reprint. Oh, I need that Berzelius. Oh, wow, he's cheap, man. And again, that mindset gets that demand cooking for a card like this. So don't be surprised. Just have access to your Berzeliuses as shekels, man. You come in here, get exposure, get at least a play set, man. Just have it in your trade binder, forget about it. It's a core set ultra rare, you know, for a box that has been, you know, destroyed in value in the sense of perception, you know, and of course actual prices. But I mean, like, oh, that deck is that box is trash. You know, I'm not buying anything from Duelist Advanced, man. Look, the core set. I'm sorry, the box price is $38, man. I don't care about Duelist Advanced, not even the singles. You come in, you buy these singles, and you can potentially what is that, Jay? Eat in the short term once load gets reprinted. We had Trapaholic. I see a card like this ultra rare, same deal. All-time lows right now, just consolidating. Volume is extremely low. Look at that, 92 cents. That's beautiful. Even a buck and some change. If you see these cards, and again, a lot of cards that we talk about here on the channel, we're always saying like buying or selling or this or that. Trading is a thing. you know, you can trade away some of these cards that are elevated in value or in price, and then you can pick the ones that we say to pick up as well. Of course, not most people have access to trading, or I didn't say not most people, but some people don't have access to trading. So, you know, they like to buy and sell, TCG player, things of that nature, but is getting the card. Like Trapaholic is a great time to pick up the card. Is a core set ultra rare that no one cares about, no one's paying attention to now. You never know if Labyrinth gets support down the line or the next trap deck comes out and actually uses this. So again, and destroying your own cards can have great effects, especially in the future, guys. So don't, you know, destroying your own back row. Don't sleep on this, man. As an ultra rare at around $1, just have exposure. At the very least, have a playset, put it in a penny stock binder, and forget about it. I think this is a great time to get exposure to the card. Same as Eidos. The Underworld Monarch, again, like we talk about many different deck cores, Yu-Gi-Oh deck cores, Monarchs, they might get another wave of support. I don't remember right now if it was announced already. I think it was it? I don't remember, but I still think regardless is getting another wave of support like we've always been saying. So this core set ultra rare that you see at Shekels here, where no one cares about it, you come in here at Shekels, get your exposure at around $1. A lot of these cards that we've been talking about today, they're penny stocks. They're dollars and below. For these core set ultra rares, you get exposure now. Just have these. I have play sets of all of these at the bare minimum, anywhere from 3 to 9, depending on how much you believe in that, you know, how much conviction you have in the play. You get anywhere from an RO3 to an RO9, and you live to fight another day. Link in the description down below. Come over here, guys. Discord, X, 4 giveaways right here, and yeah, we have accessories here as well, sleeves and playmats, Billy Bob themed versions. You got $15 off over here and whatnot. Don't sleep, man. Come in here, get your deals. Shout out to the people that have been using that. Glad for them that they get the $15 discount. Make sure you don't sleep on that, and make sure let's subscribe. Let's ring that bell. Let's like the video on the way in. I would gladly appreciate it as we approach the 10K mark. Really appreciate each and every one of you guys, especially the new subscribers coming in, tuning in. Thanks for finding value in what I do. You know, and shout out to the OGs, obviously, that have been here for months, for years, crazy. And the members, man. Members, man, we even had a members market watch. You know, those are always pretty cool. So for members, make sure you definitely check that out. None of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Now we move on to what? So Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem, a side set that no one's paying attention to anymore. No one's talking about this right now. That's why today we decided we already went through Justice Hunters, a couple cards, went through Duelist Advance. Now we're going through Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. And then we have Alliance Insight towards the latter part of the market watch, because everyone forgot about the past already. That's how it feels. Yu-Gi-Oh! Product is quick, man. Like 1 month something comes out, and then 3 weeks later we have another set, or a month later we have this, and now everyone's focused on that. And then like all of a sudden people forget about these reprints, and that's how they get scarce, hard to get. They go up in price, and then without realizing it, you know, some people can definitely find themselves paying a premium on, you know, some of these cards. So let's start with Herald of Orange Light. Again, this Starlight Rare came out was 37s, went up to 50s. Now it says back down to 40s. Literally back down, double bottoming, man. Came all the way back down to the scene of the crime. This card has very low liquidity, very low volume, hard to move. 32 listings, 37 bones with the Wall of China. After that, wall does go up to 42. So if you want a Starlight Rare like this, you know, you're a boomer, you play this in past formats, or maybe you just love fairies, you just love the card. There's no better time to pick this card up now, in the sense that it's double bottoming. It's double bottoming. And after the wall, it quickly goes up. You feel me? So it's more scarce than what it seems. It's just that we have this Wall of China from this big seller right here. But after that, the card is going to be money. It'll probably go back up to 50s. But this is a long-term play. Excuse me, guys. It's a long-term play. It's not like you're going to come in now at 37s and then tomorrow, next week, oh my God, it's a $50 card. No. You get it now, and it's 3 months, 6 months down the road, a year out. You know, once the card truly gets hard to get, and you have Herald players coming in and choosing this rather than you know, the OT. The OT is clean though. Wow, the ultimate rare of this card, man. But yeah, this card seems like it's double bottoming. Just wanted to highlight from Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem, as people forgot about the card. We have Blue Eyes White Dragon Starlight Rare, again, chibi art. This card was 166s. Right now it's 145. So this is a card that should age well. Collectors are going to always want and need this card. It's super scarce. 24 listings. All you see are one-ofs. And then is quickly back towards the 160s at the bottom of the page. So again, most people forgot about this card. No one's reviewing or covering Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem anymore. No one's paying attention to the chibi arts anymore. So we're just focusing on the best one, the highest of rarities, the Starlight Rare, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Anything under 150s should age very well into the long-term potential of this card. So if you need it, you waited, you know, right now, I mean, yeah, I mean, the chart hasn't updated, but it's the lowest price that it's been, I think. You know, well, the lowest has been what? It says 120s here. The last 3 months, it says what? Let's see, the last month has been 140. So, yeah, I mean, if you want the card long-term, you should be good for such an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card. Again, DDDDD, Count Surveyor. This comes in Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. Same deal. What has the card been doing? It's been consolidating. I picked 2 of these up, just ordered them. The deal was right. I'm looking for one more just to have a place, to have access to it at a place. And not because I want to play DDDDD, but, you know, I need to find them DDD Billy Bobs that are late, you know, once the support comes out later on this year. And, you know, I believe it's that next month in Doom of Dimensions. So, again, this card has been consolidating between 3s and 5s. Between 3s and 5s, just going sideways. And right now, look, the mini walls of China are at 4s. The big walls of China are at 435. But that's good. Because this card that you see from, you know, at $4 right now could be $10. It can. Them DDD people, you're like, oh my God, DDDs, man. Like I met someone that is like, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. I used to back in the day, but I heard DDDs getting support. And that's the mindset, man. People that weren't playing, they might come back. They at least might build a deck. They might do this, they might do that. DDD is a deck that has been around for a millennia, it feels like, you know, for over 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. And I had a little brother that he doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh, but he used to, you know, like way back in the day, you know, and this was the deck that he played. You know what I mean? So those are little examples, not that he would ever come back or nothing like that, but the whole point is that there's, telling you, man, this $4 card could be 10s. We've seen it happen time and time again. A side set secret rare like this, keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. We have Primite Lordly Load. Wanted to give you guys an update. Let's refresh. Flash crashing overnight. Why? Because the reprint is coming. Look at that. Card was 28, 29, 30s. We covered it at 24, 25s. Literally before it was announced as a reprint. And now it's crashed down even more. 56 listings. So again, loads. The thing with this card is going to always have its demand. There's going to be always people that want this card. Even I want to place it. Just to have access to the Primite engine. Even I want to place it, right? Even though I'm not playing like Primite Blue Eyes. Just want the card, right? Okay. Primite Blue Eyes is like done for in the sense like everyone's not clamoring to play Primite Blue Eyes right now. The people that play the deck already play it. They already have this card. They're already, you know, some people are doing what regional and locals. They love their deck. It competes. Okay, we get it. We understand. But having no meta demand right now, to the extent where like the masses need this card, plus getting an additional reprint that probably has terrible pull rates. But honestly, I mean, I would have been selling the card already, as we discussed, but this card could be 10 bones, maybe even single digits. It can, especially very early in the reprint cycle, you know, the first couple days, maybe week or two. These cards could all be $10 and below, single digits. So that's a 50% dump from current prices. The potential is there. No one knows how low is going to be an actual low. No one knows. It's too early, right? You have to analyze the 10 release, the supply and demand, the pull rates, things of that nature. Okay. But you're telling me this card can't dump 50%? Oh, yes, it can. It can. Even if it's short term, even if it's not long lived, this card could be down 50% and you can get double the copies if you get rid of your place. And now you can have 6 of these in a week or 2 or 3. So just keep it in mind. I get it. Most people that have this card, or even the OGs, they're like, you know what? I'm going to go down with the ship. I don't care. I already have my card. You know, I'm not going to deal with the selling and the moving and the trading. It's fine. You know, it's not for everyone, right? Right? We're just putting it out there so that when the card is $10, you know, and we talk about it, you don't feel bad. You know what I mean? Because I love making moves, making plays. I love recycling my purchasing power. I love saving myself from 50% dumps and then rebuying the same card, but an extra copy per, or getting the new reprint, a higher rarity at a cheaper price. That's what I love to do. So you guys do as you must. You have Primite Dragon Ether Barrel. Recently discussed this card, cracking the $5 mark towards the downside, and crazy walls of China, man. Insane. But again, keep in mind, as now Primite Lordly Load becomes more readily available, people are going to want to pick up the rest of the engine. This card came in Suda. It already got a reprint, but I don't see them reprinting this in the tins. Anything is possible, but I don't see that happening. So when people get loads more readily available, this already has its errata reprint. I don't see it getting reprinted maybe until next year's tins. So long term, when it comes to the Primite engine, $5 is a great time to pick this card up. Yeah, Jay, but there's massive walls. Look, you see these volume candles here? Every 48 hours, hundreds of copies are sold. You know, in a week or two, this wall's gone. And then you do have other major walls. I will not lie. But again, you just never know. As that rush comes in, what do people need if they get their new loads? Ether barrels. Just keep it in mind. I'd be getting this card right now. I already have my personal playset. Not a bad time to get, and maybe any additional playsets if you don't have this card, like no reason to not own it. That's is one of them things. Either as an investment at a playset or even your personal playset to play. Great time to pick up this secret rare from Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. Same as Drill Beam, we'll see. This one can actually get reprinted as a prismatic secret rare in the tins. You know, price wise, I don't really see a reason unless they would just want to match the rarities. But this card is cheap. You know, $1 I thought was great. Now it's down 25%. These are crazy walls of China. I did not think that this card would be reprinted to the ground like this, where you have almost 2,000 copies in the market, you know, but it is what it is. Me, I'm holding my stack. I got like 20 or 30 of these, almost 200 listings. I won't lie. The supply is there, but after these two major walls, eventually it does go up to $1 and beyond. So it's just the supply is great, but there's people buying as well. There's people buying. There's people that want their drill beams. This is the technical rarity bump. So at this point, we just wait with this card to see if it gets reprinted in the tins or not. If it does, then it'll be destroyed. Probably be a 50-cent card. And if it doesn't, then, excuse me, guys, this card could be not just a Billy, but maybe even 2s and beyond if it doesn't come in the tins eventually, just as people rush in to pick up the cheaper pieces once they get their loads on hand. We have Forbidden Droplet. Again, talked about this recently, but we're reviewing Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem, so just wanted to touch base on this card again. If you don't have this card, man, just slide through. Slide through at $5. Pick up your playset for 15s plus tax. Live to fight another day. You have massive walls here. That's good. 47 listings, but people are playing these at 3s in some decks. Volume is steady. Volume is consistent as we're at all-time highs. Don't let this consolidate up here and then have a second leg up status towards 750s, maybe even potentially double digits one day. It's a staple for a reason, man. It is. We have Triple Tactics Talent. Just wanted to touch base on this card. The fact that I was building a second deck, and I'm like, yo, I don't have a second Talents. Literally, when Talents got reprinted here in Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem plus hit on the list, like I just unloaded everything. Mainly when it was hit on the list, I only kept one talent, literally my PUR. That's it. So if I want to build a second deck, now I don't have talents anymore. So there's probably a lot of people on that same boat. Recently, we had this massive volume candle come in. Guys, these are signs. These are signs. If you can pick up this card, anything under 2s should be a steal. Even those are 1-of, sure, this card could get banned at any moment. It already got hit to 1. I personally think the card is healthy at 1, you know, because it affected its consistency, and it still can get played, you know, to that point. But I wouldn't be surprised if at some point it gets banned. It could be as soon as the next ban list. Just something to keep in mind. But if you need like a copy or two, just have some extras, at least from now until if and when it gets hit or banned, you know, then $2 is not bad. Not bad. 2 bones right here, just to have an extra copy or two in case you're building a second deck, a pet deck. Not bad, because I bet most people don't have as many copies of this card as they think, and it makes sense just in case it ever gets banned. But having an extra 1 or 2 of doesn't hurt the pocket too much, just getting that exposure. Then we have Galatea Eye, the Orcus Automaton. This card continues making new all-time lows into the 7s now. Why? Because Orcus has now become, you know, a deck that still can compete, especially at the regional level, but it's more like those hardcore Orcus players that they just love the deck. That's it. There's no like new people rushing in like, yo, I'm switching from Dracotail to Orcus, or from Yummy to Orcus, or from VSK, you know what I mean, to Orcus. Nah, Like most people that have the card, they love Orcus already and they already have it. So there's no new buyers, as you can see, making this card go towards all-time low prices. Yikes, man. This card might be $5 soon. I mean, the rate that it's going falling knife mode, yikes on yikes. Then we have Crowley, the Gifted Magistus. Again, Magistus Dracotail can be a thing coming soon. So this card is consolidating here at a buck and some change. You have the Walls of China. Good. You can get exposure at under 2s. Beautiful. $5-6 play set. Beautiful. For this side set secret rare, the Magistus hype can push this card up to 3s, $4, $5. No one would be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep it in mind. Beautiful secret rare. You come in here at under 2s, get exposure, live to fight another day. That's all I'm gonna say. Magical Android. This card, same deal, consolidating. Eddie Edison's here. As you can see, the Walls of China are at 90. You have an R9 at 88 cents, but really it's 94 cents, 95 cents, essentially $1, guys. So card, you have massive walls, which is crazy. So this card, it'll just all be dependent. And we should know by the end of this year, one way or another. Like after the tins, I think we're gonna get a Rarity Collection 5 announcement. If this card doesn't get reprinted in the tins, which it shouldn't, and or a Rarity Collection 5 as a Starlight and a Platinum Secret, which it definitely can, like then this one ages extremely well. Like if a Rarity Collection 5 comes and doesn't reprint this card is gonna be money in the future. Like hands down, right? But if it does get that reprint, then yeah, you know, that's where everything else would be hampered. But even if it gets a reprint, it'll probably be in the nostalgia section, in the boomer section of Rarity Collection 5 as a Platinum Secret and a Starlight. So the secret rares could still age very, very well, but that's into the future. So we'll see, which means the very long future, long term, guys, you know, a year plus out down the line. But we'll see how it pans out. Again, this is a card that everyone wanted a reprint, you know, in Edison format. Everyone needed this for the extra deck. So with that said, no better time to at least get your exposure at shekels here, right under $1. Just own the card. At the very least, own the card. I have a stack there just in case. And this is a card that I'm just willing to go down with the ship if it does get the Rarity Collection 5 treatment. But even if it does, that is many, many months from now down the line. Same as Gore's the Emissary of Darkness. This chibi art right here, consolidating. You have Eddie Edison's coming in here. It says $1.20. Let's refresh right here. $1.20. Yeah, I mean, the card is really $2 where you see the major walls right here. So it's Gore's. Some people are going to prefer this chibi art just to be different, just to be unique. It's an Eddie Edison card. So as a secret rare Gore's, not bad, you know, to definitely consider picking up your copies. We have Junk Warrior, the Starlight Rare at 1350s, guys. It says the card was 1270s and spiked up to 24s. The chart hasn't updated. No one's buying this card. Crazy. Extremely low liquidity, 39 listings. You have a 15 Wall of China at 1347. Quickly does go back up to 16s. If there was ever a time for you to get this card before the Synchro support comes out, and it's a chibi art Starlight, like not bad at all at 1350s after the card spiked, you know, into the 20s. Now it's crashing back down. Pick it up now. If you need it, if this is the one you are, like if the one you want, like if I'd be playing the Synchro deck, this is the one I'd have. I love it, man. The chibi art looks fire. It's the Starlight Rare. Don't sleep on it. It does have the quarter centuries as well, but don't sleep on this one. And the secret rare, same deal, just consolidating here at around what? I mean, 1-ofs and 2-ofs towards $1. Yeah, this card is $1. So it has massive Walls of China. So again, on $1, not bad. It's consolidating. The supply is here. You never know if this card can become a multiple billy priced card in value. So don't sleep on it. Thanks to the Synchro. The new Synchro support. We have Zeroa, the Magistus. Man, what is this? Verathragna? Wow. This fusion card, again, used in the extra deck of Magistus Dracotail. It's a broken card. So look at that. This thing has flatline like crazy. You have 13 cents, 16 cents. The walls are at 18 cents. So less than a quarter. So it's readily available. 245 listings. Don't break the bank on this card. But if you need it, like for your Magistus Dracotail deck, just pick it up now, man. You never know. You never know how popular this deck might become. And of course, this card is readily available supply-wise, but it is a secret rare for Monster Mayhem. Just one to keep on your radar. Blaze, Supreme Ruler of all Dragons. I like this card, especially like now with all the cash hype. going on. You never know if people want to slide this in as a rank 7 in their decks right now. So yes, you have a couple 1-ofs, 4-ofs here and there, but the walls are at 39 cents. So just beautiful, beautiful. You come in here, over 100 listings for this ultra rare from Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. It is very, very, very good. Again, 39 cents, just penny stonky, man. Not for now, but a couple months down the road, this card might be $1. You never know. You never know. Guys, we've seen walls dry up, especially with if they reprint Fenrir and Unicorn as they should, as you should, Konami, then people are they might come and pick up these rank 7s, man. So keep it in mind. And also, it does have the secret rare. I picked up 4 of these at around 2s, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, the QCSR is still high up there, but yeah. Look at that. Look at that. This card even is at $1 right now. That is not bad. After a couple, it does start going back up towards 2s, where you're gonna find most of the average prices for this card. Look at it. After those walls, those mini listings here, look, it becomes a $2+ card. So not bad at all, guys. If you want this card, I mean, the secret rare right now is not bad. Not bad at around $1, but those are just a couple listings. Then it goes to 2s. Great time to get exposure to the secret rare at around $1, or to the ultras from Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem at around 39 cents. You get exposure now. Now after the card, people start using it, this secret rare goes to 3 to 5s and the ultras go to $1. No, you get exposure now. You have a Jama Trio, Starlight Rare. I always said I wanted to see this card at single digis, and right now it says 1321s, but we're at lower prices. Excuse me, guys. Man, 51 listings here and 11 bones, 1174s, where you see the walls, but there's no liquidity, man. We need these people to start panic selling and put this at single digis. Hopefully this Starlight Rare looks fire from Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem, the chibi art. Single digis has always been the play. We're just being patient, seeing if it goes down there. We'll see how that pans out. But I think this one should hit that single digi mark. Where's the secret rare? Secret rare? It's crashing down to what? It says 50 cents? All right. There's not too many listings down here. Let's see. Maybe I take that back. Okay. Yeah, 55 cents. Massive wall of China. Nice chibi art secret rare. Then we have Alliance Insight, just to close off the market watch. This won't take too much of your guys' time. We've been talking about a couple of these cards regardless on the channel, but just wanted to, again, songs, it has continued crashing down to 24 bones, as you can see off the highs. We'll see how low it actually crashes down towards. You have a massive wall of China at 24s. That is insane. But again, keep in mind, Dominus Purge and Impulse are getting reprinted very soon, so there might be a new influx brush into this card because volume has dwindled. But as we retrace back down to the mean, it does get to a point where for some people out there, the price is just too low. It starts, to get interesting. People need it. They're going to have their purges, their impulses in hand, and we're getting Dominus Spiral as well. I believe that's the name, which is just another Dominus card that can be searched. This is the searcher, man. Don't sleep on it. The lower it goes in price, the better time to pick it up. We have Gordian Slicer. This card continues to hover under 7 bones. Great place set there for the very long term. $6-7 for this card. It hasn't aged too well, as we can see right here. But yeah, maybe it consolidates down here and then rebounds towards 10s, giving people that 30% bump from these current prices as a secret rare. I believe it'll have its heyday at some point. We have Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice. This card just continues to hover in the 12. I mean, there's 1s and 2-ofs, guys. Literally. Look at that. Where's the next place at? $16 from one seller? Crazy, guys. So again, this DMG card is moving on up. Why? Because now the sarcophagus cards are getting reprinted in the tins. The sarcophagus cards are getting reprinted in the tins. So this will be the newest and greatest and latest missing piece for those new people building the sarcophagus deck. Don't sleep on this core set secret rare. If you want it, 12s is the last play. Don't let it be 15s or eventually a 20 piece as a core set secret rare with the DMG art on it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. This is your last call. We have Malice P. March Air. Just wanted to give you guys an update. This card is still 12 bones. I need to see the charts. I need to see the charts for this one. This card, I mean, volume is coming in. 12 seems to be the lows. Yeah. Look at that. Wow, what a volume candle on the month. That is pretty impressive. So, yeah, the card is still 12 bucks. You have the Walls of China at 13s. I thought by now this card would be a single digit secret. Thing is, I mean, there's still people out there playing Malice. The deck can compete. I'm just keep in mind for a ban list. Keep in mind, Konami might want to make way, not just for the current decks that you see. Oh, these decks have been power crap. Why would they hit it? It's for future matchups. Like when the Duma Dimension decks come out, maybe those have a bad matchup against Mitsubraizio against Malice. So, you know, just keep it in mind that there should be a balance in the next couple of weeks, which can directly impact this deck. So there you go. And lastly, we have the super rare from Alliance Insight, Philia Regis. A lot of people have been needing this card, playing it in some builds of Dracotail, and this card is insane. It's broken. You know, play testing, every time I played this card, it just helps you win. It's too good. It's too good. Look, the card was free 99. Card was about a dime. Volume came in, never looked back. Parabolic here. It's literally towards 2/4 a pop. So yeah, it's readily available now, but it was readily available then. And this wall of volume came in and changed the trajectory of this card. Literally a parabolic curve. Don't let this card be $1 on you. 57 listings, that's all I'm gonna say. Don't let it be a Billy. It's already halfway there. There's a lot of people playing this with Dracotail as an option, and it's just a great card. It is broken, guys. Broken. I'm telling you guys. I'm not telling you what I hear. I'm telling you guys what I know. Guys, if you made it this far out into the video, you guys are straight MVPs. Make sure you share this in one place in the group chat with some friends. It really does go a long way. Make sure you subscribe. Ring that bell. Like the video on the way out. I would gladly appreciate it, guys. And wow, we're an hour in. It's always a pleasure, guys. You guys already know. Thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.